house, in the loud house. One boy, 10 girls, wouldn't trade it for the world. Loud, loud, loud house.
I love it, you love it, you love it. Every time we touchin'.
Today's Loud House episode was requested by Jesse Affany. Episode 51 of Season 1 of The Loud House. Study Muffin. Do I have to tell everybody what that title is actually close to? This one I'm hearing some good things, and I'm hearing a lot of bad things about this one episode. But is it as bad as No Such Fucking Luck in Serial Offender, or is this just going to be a passable episode like any other good episode we can imagine? Let's tutor and find out. So we started off with Lincoln, who looks like he's failing a class.
Uh-oh.
Damn, and a frowny face too. Never got any of those when I was failing a test. You know, I can't quite obviously imagine Clyde McBride actually going to middle school without Lincoln and being in the wrong crowd at the same time.
I rest my case.
But Lincoln decides he has a better plan to make this better.
Sorry, Lincoln, but my tutoring schedule is completely booked. I've got math with Lucy on Mondays, geology with Lynn on Tuesdays, finger painting with Lily on Wednesdays, etc., etc. Oh, being the resident genius is both a blessing and a curse, though I believe in neither.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
But Lisa, you're my last hope!
Pish posh.
Pish posh. The hell have I heard that word from before? I don't know. A lot of people can say dash it all or balderdash. Or one of my favorite words, poppycock. Anything else you like to flatter yourself with, Lisa?
Try the community college. I've heard through the tutoring grapevine that students there tutor for extra credit.
That's a great idea.
So Lincoln answers the door, and we have his college tutor. This is Hugh, everybody, and I believe this guy might be from England, who looks more like Zachary Levi and Jack Dylan Grazer together.
Enough!
So as Hugh and Lincoln are getting together and studying so much so Lincoln could actually pass the next test, Lori just quite comes in talking with Bobby on the phone, and you'll never guess what happens next. What are you, a motorboat? Talk, lady.
Yes. I was just going to get a hunk of meat.
Hey!
I mean, a dish of cereal, or a tall drink of water.
Okay, stop talking, Lori. Hugh, being the nice gentleman he is, gets Lori's phone for her. What the fuck was that? Sounds like a goose that's enjoying mating.
I heard a goose. I call dibs.
Lana, not literally. But then... Don't tell me you're starting to be a motorboat too.
All right.
I heard a sheep.
Lenny drops in and then...
My face!
Good, maybe you won't come back anyway. And then the rest of the sisters, except Lily, come by and they also get frickin' flustered by his smolder.
Hey, guys.
My God, you're back again, Lenny?
Lincoln, I didn't know you were entertaining. Hi, I'm...
Yeah, you're still dumb as hell. Jesus, girls, it's like you've never seen a guy before. Well, obviously a handsome one, to be precise. Besides, aren't you girls a little bit too young to be thinking about boys already? And if I remember correctly, I think Lori actually has a boyfriend already. Guess Lori's not gonna give a fuck. Good God, bunch of bloodthirsty creeps, aren't y'all?
Hello, bit cheeky, aren't we?
Not the pets too. Lincoln and Hugh, once again, are hitting the books.
Sorry about my sisters. They're not usually like this.
Really? We'll see about that.
Out of the way. You're beautiful as broccoli. Pretty as a peanut. Cute as a cabbage.
Can you all just chill the fuck out for once? Good, you'll feel that when you wake up the next day. But Lincoln is suggesting that him and Hugh would study in his room instead. And I dare say this could possibly not get any weirder.
Brilliant! Cheerio, pip pip and all that rot.
I think you mean to say pip pip and tally ho. Or is it something completely different what people from England say? Oh, Britannia, Britannia rules the way. Britannia, none of whatever comes next from that shit. But anyway, Lori borrows Hugh for a second because her window is stuck.
Really?
You are used to opening your own windows, but she's just pretending to be the damsel in distress, and Hugh being the kind, gentle person who seems like he must have worked out so much.
Well, I did do a spot of crew in 5th form.
I like all your forms.
I would love you if you stopped fucking doing that, Lori. It's kind of fucking scary that way. And that face she makes, it looks like I'm saying I'm gonna be a real stalker on you day and night. Then Lisa comes in, and she also borrows Hugh.
Glad to help. What's the subject?
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god, that's scary. I can't even imagine what's on Lisa's mind about what she's thinking about doing. But seeing a 4-year-old smiling like that, it looks fucking scary. And I'm almost completely scared fucking shitless about it.
This is called a rectus abdominis, otherwise known as a six-pack.
Oh, I say.
Now, if you'll turn around, I'll point out the gluteus maximus.
Good night, everybody.
Okay, Lincoln, you need to get Hugh the hell out of there now. Hey, no flashing pictures. Otherwise, I can send that picture to Bobby and let him think about what he thinks of you right now.
It's a bit dark, but there's a lamp right here.
Hello there.
Son of a bitch!
Lucy's creepy, but the dad is even creepier about this. I really don't know what it is with the dad and talking to, and getting along with Hugh, but I don't give a shit. Now with Lola,
I made yours without sugar, 'cause you're already sweet.
that's really cute for how you bat your eyes, you little 6-year-old. You are way too young to be hanging around with someone at that age. You and Lincoln once again try to get so much of studying done in the doghouse, which is kind of a bad place to be in. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Lana is licking out of a damn dog bowl? What the fuck were these parents on when they had Lola and Lana together?
You don't wanna fucking know.
And no sooner does Lincoln's sisters and the dad find them in the doghouse. And by God, if you freeze frame it and look down on Lisa, look how weird freaky her eyes look. Those eyes look like the work of a Disney animator named Dale Bear, who took so much inspiration on a Chuck Jones cartoon. And that's even more fucking scary when you look at it this way. I mean, for real. Are you all brain dead? The minute a good-looking, attractive guy shows up in the house right there, they go completely fucking bonkers.
That is so not true. I've got these Hue sweaters in small, medium, and large.
Yeah, you are definitely fucked up in the head there.
Shut up again, I'm gonna drop you like a bad habit. Hear that?
Shut up. I'll get over it.
Test tube, baby.
Now, girls, you heard Lincoln. You get out too. Oh.
Finally, peace and quiet for Lincoln and Hugh. For Lincoln to study. And this time, he actually managed to pass it. Well, passing his studying. You know, seeing these two together reminds me of the old day when I was back in elementary school. I used to have a special education teacher who would so much tutor me at some points. And yet I still remember her and I have never forgotten about her. I'm just going to try and wrap up this review before it gets too emotional here. For me, he's just about on his way out the door until the bloodthirsty Savage Gang shows up and they're in hot pursuit of him.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster, 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 faster.
How in the fuck are they actual fast to catch up with a bike on foot? Nobody can catch me while I'm on my bike when I ride that fast at accelerating the speed. Lincoln comes back from school and yet he still fucks up his tests. Once the sisters get so much of a stupid idea thinking they can just call Hugh up again, and they get up into a damn massive fight for no goddamn reason.
I'm calling you. I don't get it. I thought I knew all the answers. papers. Miss DiMartino's definitely gonna flunk me now.
What did you just say?
Ms. DiMartino?
Yeah, she's been our substitute teacher since Mrs. Johnson broke her leg riding a mechanical bull.
Dude, no wonder you're failing. Miss D is so smoking.
Yeah, there were a bunch of red flags being raised right here about Luna saying that about Miss DiMartino about being smoking hot. Yeah, somehow I didn't get it much at first time, but when I saw Ellis for Love and then I came back to look at this, I completely understand Luna's personality about where this was going now. And I got so cringy with it after when I heard her say it. So many people actually had a problem with this, and let me tell you, I really fucking do. And I would appreciate the irony that she never actually said that about another girl. Especially when it's a teacher that she doesn't even know. Hell, she doesn't even go to the elementary school. She's actually a high school kid. So how would she even know Miss DiMartino? The only kids that would know her would be Lucy, Lola, Lana, Lincoln, and Lisa. Because they are actually at the elementary school. Not to be an asshole or anyway, but they should have never made Luna actually say that about a teacher.
Guys go completely bonkers around her.
Because it's weird and awkward.
Damn right.
And personally, how hot is this Miss DiMartino? If it sounds like guys go completely bonkers about her, that must be what Lincoln's problem is.
But that couldn't happen to me, could it?
Holy shit, you need a napkin to eat them drumsticks.
I like to do to her something I call a dirty fuzzy.
Let's conjugate the French verb aimer. De love. J'aime. Tu aimes. Il aime. Nous aimons.
Is it just me, or does she sound like she's Latin American? God damn, these boys got slobbering going down. There's like they're a freaking pack of hyenas.
Humming a boner.
Yeah, for some health reasons, this is why I don't walk and stare at somebody that attractive at the same time.
You'll have 1 hour to complete your test. Eyes on your own paper.
Knock the dust off that pussy.
Whoa, Lincoln's becoming a real pro boner at looking at a grown woman's behind. You're a pervert.
Typical guys see some curves, turn into gibbering idiots.
Lincoln being in so much of a little bit of a panic that he's gonna fail once more again. Consider he can't even take his eyes off the substitute teacher, just like the girls couldn't even take much of their mind off Hugh.
I don't know why you keep saying that.
When you hush up.
And just as much as creepy as this part can even get, Lenny and Lisa have baby photos about what their baby would look like once they marry Hugh. But survey says, not gonna fucking happen. Hey, look everybody, I found baby Waldo's picture. And they start up much of a stupid fight again. And just when you see them fighting over so much again, if you have the DVD and if you pause it for just a split second, you can see there is a eyeball. Oh my God, is that an eyeball? What are they, fucking psychos? And where did this fish come from? I don't know if anyone in that studio was being a psycho or if this is all just part of Luann's gags. Whatever it is, it's never gonna leave my mind. But as soon as they snap out of this fuck shit, they start being more helpful to Lincoln. Luann suggests that he actually retakes the test, but Lincoln is doubting about it, that he's gonna keep failing every time when he's near her. And Lisa provided the answer, that he would simply remove her from his field of vision. Dude, you're starting to fucking scare me now with that smile.
Lori, what is Bobby's full name?
Roberto Alejandro Martinez. Roberto Alejandro. Roberto.
Please stop that!
Roberto Alejandro Martinez Mian Luis Santiago Jr.
Case closed.
Honestly, is it really that hard to try to resist anyone who's that much attracted? I could just simply ignore this person and just not look at them and just pay attention to something else. In fact, I could just have my headphones on listening to all my favorite songs and just not pay much attention to this person. Better than me just walking blindfolded. So Lincoln, being brilliant at this point, decides that he could take his test inside his own locker.
You have 1 hour to complete it and keep your eyes on your own paper.
My God, she's got such a nice laugh. I'm starting to be so much carried away by that girl's look. You know, it's funny enough that he would be taking the test in the locker, but how would he be able to get himself out? I mean, that's what bullies do back in the old days. they just throw someone else in their own locker and they would have a hard time getting themselves out. But I'm sure Miss Dan Martino, being nice as she is, can actually help him get out of his locker. And finally, fucking finally, Lincoln actually passed his test. And as things get so much better, Miss Johnson actually returns to class. What almost could be a better way to end this episode?
God damn!
Oh dear God, here we go again.
What happened to Coach Pekowski?
Mrs. Johnson ran over his foot with her wheelchair, so I'll be subbing in gym class for a while.
Holy shit. One for all and all for nothing.
God damn it! So the episode Study Muffin, I'm kind of close to mixed reviews on this one. First, let me crack on what was the bad stuff about this episode before I can make it so much better with the good stuff. Some fans believe this is almost a worse episode, or it's a bad episode, because in this episode, they're underage children. Even if they are really young, they're falling in love with an adult. And someone emailed me saying about the episode that, I'm probably gonna hate to say this, but I had a better time watching Raw Deal than Study Muffin. The bigger problem I found with this episode is how idiotic all the sisters were in the episode. Lori obviously has a boyfriend, and the youngest sisters, Lana, Lola, and Lisa, falling for Hugh was very unsettling.
Ooh, that smile.
The reason I had a better time watching Raw Deal was because Lincoln's anxiety state was really funny. The obnoxious reasons why Lincoln refused to partake in any of the activities is what made the episode funny. I admit that Lincoln had to skip out on all the fun, but Lincoln was witnessing the park geyser erupting for the first time in years, which is what really made up his day. Yeah, I can actually see the problem with that. Others actually say, I don't get why people make a big deal about Luna calling Mrs. Martino smoking. Yeah, I can actually consider why. When looking back at this episode after when I just saw the episode L is for Love, now it kind of makes you wonder why Luna is starting to hit on girls now. Which is why some people had so much a bigger problem with Luna just saying that phrase. Hell, that made me cringe a bit when I heard her say it. After when I saw L is for Love and then looked back at this episode. But hey, don't take my word onto it. I'm just letting the truth out for all of us, even me. I will say right now, and this might be sounding like it's just me, but anybody else can agree with this, but somehow I always found this story to be a bit weird. First of all, why would Lori even need to hit on this guy anyway when she's already got a boyfriend, Bobby? I feel like she doesn't even care for Bobby at all. Okay, I'm gonna stop and let some of the good stuff fly into this too. Because I know some of you guys want to hear the good stuff other than bad stuff about this. The good stuff was that it was pretty entertaining and it was quite funny at some points in time. But I will give the episode Study Muffin this. At least Lincoln passed his quiz in the end of the episode since he realized he was attracted with a substitute teacher in school, and yet he managed to solve the problem about it. Even though he was a bit gullible to fall for it at first about losing his focus.
C'est l'amour.
But boys will be boys. Regardless if you love or hate this episode Study Muffin, 61 stars. Like I said, it's not that bad of an episode and it's not that much good either. There are some disturbing, weird things in this episode that's not really good for young viewers to actually witness when they see this on television. But then again, sure there are a few bad things about in this episode, but there are a few good things that you could just be entertained or you could just laugh at. It's not one of my favorite episodes, but at least I got entertained by it at first, until then when I saw it again, then I realized. But there was a good lesson in this episode once you see it again. If I may give you a word of advice to all the boys out there, if anything were to happen like this in your life, keep this kind of heathen advice to yourself. Always keep your pencil in your pocket, if you know what I mean. I am the Loud House Critic, and I gotta get back to studying for the next review.
There it is, gang! 1,800 smackaroonies in the savings jug! And you know what that means!
Craft inside this tiny